What do you got?
Oh, I love it. I love been good spirited practices, good competition, and guys are improving. Guys are growing, both sides of the ball, and I love it. It's been great.
I guess generally, what have you seen from your defense in camp, and what do you expect from them going into this year?
A lot of attention to detail. Guys have been working hard, taking care of their bodies so they can work hard the next day, and it's just been, it's a process. You come into camp, there's a lot of work to do. If you want to be great, there's no shortcut. You got to put in the work, and our guys have bought into that. We're all accountable. We're working hard together and improving.
Last year, tweaking the scheme, match your zone. Going into this year, what was your big focus, and what would you like to see?
Big focus, two things. Start fast. We want to make sure we're doing that. Start the season fast, start series fast, start games fast. So that's the number one emphasis. The other is force more turnovers. So really, we've been, since I've been here, we've been mostly in the top 5 or so in the league as far as stopping people from gaining yards. Third down, last year was really good. And those are important things to continue to do well, but we need to generate more turnovers for the health of the team. Another turnover here or there in several of the ball games could make the difference, between 4 or 5 wins or not. And add 4 wins to what we had last year, we'd be in pretty good shape.
What's prevented you guys from starting fast in years past, and how do you correct that?
Yeah, you got to be sharp. You got to be on top of it. No mental mistakes. Physically, have yourself trained and ready to go. It's all the details that we're working on, and there's no exact. It's like when you're talking about athletes preparing for a season. There's just a certain level of focus that we have kind of kicked in after experiencing some things early and then growing. Well, we've done that. Now it's time to start fast, and that's going to be, a rallying cry for us for this season.
How much do you think that continuity that you have coming into the season can help starting fast?
Absolutely. That's a big part of it. We've got a good nucleus, young, talented players that are working hard. That part's excellent. So, and then we sprinkle in a couple guys. We got 2 DBs early, we got a couple ends late, and those guys are mixing in to the nucleus of players that are returning. We added a couple free agents, and so we'll put it all together. But this is the time where you come together and build your library for what you're going to do all year and all those things. But again, for us, 2 things: start fast, force more turnovers.
For Friday's game, how kind of eager are you to see the defensive line rotation kind of behind Chase and Montez? Seems like there's a really competition with Casey, Jameson Williams, and then the rookies you're drafted in an FA as well.
Yeah, it'll be a good time to let players that we don't know as much about, to learn more about them, to look at some of the development of the guys that are here returning, coming back, and roles are being created. One thing we want to do is want to have a lot of usage, roles, packages, things, and we're building towards that right now with what we're doing. So it'll be great to see them in live action.
And then Ron was saying how every coach has their own unique style, and I'm wondering for you, you talked about specifically for you how you've kind of learned to, or you've listened to the players, you kind of defer to them. I was wondering, did that come naturally throughout your coaching career, or is that something you had to learn as you went along?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but my coaching style has always been to be very demanding, make sure I'm communicating clarity. Any kind of gray, I think we have to eliminate the gray so guys have a chance to play fast. Help them understand, share some of the wisdom, help them understand situations that are going to come up, that present themselves, how we want to be able to respond to handle those situations. And then really this time of year, you're building, that cohesiveness, where it's a unit, it's about team. And, you have a bunch of individuals, that's great. But unless we come together and work as a team, it's not going to be what we want. So that's the big push this time of year. My thing, Ray Lewis said to me many years ago, he said, "Coach, what I love about you is you keep it real." And he said, "Always do that." I said, "I promise I will." I will always keep it real with guys. I believe in that. I believe in communication. I listen, but at the end of the day, once we settle on what we're going to be, that is the Commander way. That is what we're going to do, and there's no backing away from that.
When you have year 4 in the defense and you're going up against an offense in practice like this, it's fairly new. How do you kind of gauge that and judge it off of your performance based on going against an offense that is still kind of learning?
Yeah, I'm not really worried about thoughts like that. We're implementing, we're installing, we're competing. We come out every day and put in the work. We're about the work and preparing for a season. They have to handle their business. I think where we are pushing each other and competing, we're also trying to be respectful, understanding of each other, things like that. But I love the way we're working. I like as a team. I love it, and look forward to the season.
Jack, I apologize if you answered this already about the zone match.
Oh yeah, I answered it. You missed it.
I'm sure it's a great answer.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Second year of the zone match, and you have a group that's experienced back there, a couple of rookies, but what can you do with them in the second year of that type of coverage system? How have you seen them improve with it?
I'm not getting into specifics of our defense. The bottom line is I think Vies and the defensive staff, the secondary, Rock and Christian, those guys are doing a great job teaching, helping our guys understand what we need to get done. We're playing fast. We're working on the communication and the things that need to happen so that we can make sure we're not allowing balls to go over our head, not allowing big chunk plays to get out on us. And I think they've done a great job with that. The detail, the teaching, the encouragement, the development, that's all part of the process. And we've had a good camp to start thus far.
And this isn't your side of the ball, but I'm going to ask it anyway. But you've been a head coach. You know the importance of the quarterback position in this league. What's it like when you have that guy versus when you're always looking for that guy? What's it do for an organization?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to have one. It was a big difference when we added a guy like Peyton Manning and I was in Denver. Changed the whole building. So, I mean, I know what that can be. We also, you also have the ability to take a young player like Sam and give him an opportunity to grow and see his talent and see what he's capable of. And you got Jacoby here, who's had a good camp, and those guys are working hard. So I feel confident that we're going to come out of this thing with a quarterback that can help operate and lead. But the most important thing is that we're really good around him, and that we're not putting it on our quarterback right now. Now, he may become that player that can put us on his shoulders, but right now we've got to be a team that comes around and rallies around who we have and who we're playing with. And it's up to us to take care of business defensively. It's up to us on special teams to do our role. It's the offensive line. It's the backs, the receivers, the tight ends, everybody being on the same page. And I love the way that Eric is working that group and demanding of that group. And it's been very healthy for us, for our football team. And I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Take two more.
Hey, Jack. Ron was talking about how Emmanuel kind of studies to the point where he can understand how to defend different types of wide receivers, like Terry, a little bit quicker, Diami, a little bit of a bigger strider, longer strider. What have you noticed in Emmanuel's prep and his studying that maybe sets him apart from other younger players?
Well, he's very twitchy, very fast, but he's very smart. So I like the way he's working at it. Got a long way to go yet, but the combination of speed, quickness, intelligence, it's a great combination for us. He's going to be a good player for us. Right now, he's just growing in our system and learning and understanding and going up against good people. You know, when you go up against Terry, he's an explosive receiver, so gives him some good work.
Is there any defensive back that Emmanuel kind of reminds you of, or even just some traits that remind you of someone you've either worked with before? No.
Nope. No name for you. Sorry.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.